Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with a new video on Punishing Grade Raven. Now in today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is stuff that you guys should know before playing the game. So right now, as you can see, I am in the English version. The reason why is because I was given the opportunity to go ahead and play it firsthand before the game officially releases. However, we have like 3 days before the game comes out, so I will be making a lot more content on Punishing Grade Raven. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Punishing Grade Raven. Let's get to 10k subscribers. At 10k subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, so definitely stay tuned for that. Now, Punishing Grade Raven was one of those games I was very excited to play. When it was out for like CN, I wasn't able to play because I just didn't know how to do it then, but I did go ahead and play the Japanese server version that came out, I believe, like a couple of months or years after the CN version came out. But let's go ahead and talk about stuff that you guys should know before actually playing this game. And it's not a negative thing. I don't have a lot of negative to talk about with Punishing Grade Raven. So first of all, Punishing Grade Raven is a PvE orientated game. So since the game was released for the CN server, there have not been a single PvP content game out there. Obviously there is some stages where you're ranked up against other people, but there is no like PvP in terms of arena or stuff like that. So a very free to play friendly game in my opinion. Another thing you guys would like to know is that the characters in this game, all of them are useful to have. Every one of them are good characters to level up. So if you go over to my members right now, this, as you can see, I have one character, well, both of them are A, but the free character, the free Liz over here, she is amazing. I recommend you guys building her. Now Liz is a free character. She is a B rank character, or B rank character. You also get given this B rank character, and then the rest you either get for like free or like summoning. I'm not really so sure how I got this character because I haven't really summoned yet. Maybe it was the free summon they gave me or something like that. I don't really know. I can't remember how I got those characters. But yeah, every single one of those B characters are definitely very useful to have, especially this B Liz over here. The characters in this game have different versions of them. So as you can see, Liz over here, she is the B version. I got her to A because you can rank them up. But as you can see, this is the B version. If you go over the way down there, she is the A version. And if you scroll down, this is the S version. So obviously you can say the S version is the better version of the B version, but to be honest, the B Liz is actually very good. It's much more better to use the B rank B Liv, rather than going ahead and using your selector ticket to get this character. It makes no sense. Now Liv is a supporter character. However, you can go ahead and use her as your like a DPS character because she has a great survivability. She's able to heal and her damage isn't that bad as well. So a lot of people might actually go ahead and build her and realize that she can actually clear through most of your content using this character. When I mean most of the content, I mean most of the story stages. So right now I am in chapter 4. No, I can't reach chapter 4. I have to go ahead and do hard mode, but I have finished chapter 3 and I'm just waiting to go to chapter 4. But Liz is very useful in this stage. She is a ranger character. Another thing you should note in this game is ranger characters are going to be like relatively simple to use and much more easier to use when you're going against harder bosses, because you can stay away from the bosses, you can dodge when it's the right time. But if you are closer to the enemy, it's going to be a lot harder to dodge. It's going to be a lot harder to see the animation skill from the characters or the enemies you're going against. That's why I actually recommend you guys to go ahead and work on a ranger character. Now if you guys have seen Vulcan video, he was working on Bianca, I believe her name is. Bianca, he was working on her, and I was not really too sure why he did that. But as I was progressing the game and I was using this character over here, she is like a close range attacker. I just realized it was a lot easier to use this character. It's a lot easier to use Liv at the as a ranger, or use any ranger character, because literally you can back away easily. You can see the animations for the character. So this is a quick beginner guide as well. Now that I think about it, I'm going over tips as well for you guys to like familiarize yourself with, so that when you start the game you don't make any mistakes as well. So yeah, go ahead and work on Liv. She is going to be a fantastic character. Any of the other B characters as well, the B rarity characters, are definitely usable. This character over here, you can use her as well, clear through some of the content in the game. Use her as well. Any of the B ones are going to be fine. Now another thing you to note about this game is elements type is going to be very important in this game. So when you're picking your S character from the selector ticket, I will heavily recommend you guys to pick out of these 3 characters I'm going to talk about right now. However, you can go ahead and pick the other characters. Like I said, this game is definitely like friendly to use any of the characters you want to work on. Obviously there's going to be better characters to use to clear content. The 3 characters I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and pick. It's going to be the first one over here, Kamui. Kamui is going to be like ranked as number 1 to go ahead and pick. I actually don't have him in my English account. However, I will be doing a showcase / gameplay for this character tomorrow, because like I said, I will be doing gameplay for every single one of those 5 characters you can get from the selector. So far I've only done 2, which is her, Kanami, and I've also done Karenina. The next character I'm going to focus on is going to be Kamui. He is great to play with. I thought it's going to suck because usually with characters with bigger sword, they usually like play very slowly, but this character is like an exception. He is quite fast with his animation, obviously not as fast as this character over here or her, but the animation is not too slow to use him, so I definitely like him. The next one will be Karina over here. My second recommendation to pick out of the selector. She is a fire type unit, so in this game there is going to be 2 fire type units, and if you have them, you can build a solid team together with both of them working well together. So unshockingly, the third character I would recommend you guys to pick would be Nanami over here. So either one of them you can go ahead and pick, but that is something to note before you go ahead and play the game. Now, quick thing about this as well. Now, they're going to give us a selector, but I would definitely not recommend you guys to go ahead and pick your character straight away, because a quick thing to note is if you go to research over here, this is how you summon. Take a look at this. So beginner exclusive banner, so you get a guaranteed at 40 summons. As you can see, okay, I've already done 1 multi. I was blind. Yeah, I did 1 multi. I managed to get an A character. With this banner, you do have a pity of 40 summons, which isn't bad, you know, especially the fact that if you're going to take a look at the characters in there, where is it, the drop details, there we go. So if you guys go ahead and pick your characters from the selected ticket and you go ahead and summon, you do your 40 summons and you got a dupe, that is gonna suck. So I definitely do not recommend you guys to go ahead and select your character until you get your first S rank character. Then you can go ahead and pick. Now you guys might want to go ahead and reroll to try your luck with the first multi to see whether or not you get an S character. Would I recommend it? Not really, because if you go ahead and take a look at the rates, which is something I wanted to talk about in this video as well, very important to note. Where is it at? Let's go ahead and take a look at the drop rate for the character. This is something that you guys should note as well. So the drop rate for a S rank construct, which is basically your character, is a 0.5%. Now I know a lot of people are going to say that is terrible. It technically is, however, they did a very good way to mitigate this summon, which is basically your normal pity is going to be 60 summons, which is amazing. So the fact that this game gives us not a good rate, but the pity is closer, in my opinion, I would take that rather than like a 1% chance to get an S rank character and a 100 pity, in my opinion. So that is very good. That is something to note when you guys are trying to re-roll and you're trying to get an S rank character within your first multi. It's not going to be likely. It's going to be like a long time re-rolling just to get 1 single S rank character. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. I will make a video going over how to re-roll before people who want to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I'll think about it later on. But there we go. The rates, not that good, however the pity is very good. Now another quick thing to know about this game is there is not that many characters. Now I have showed you the characters, actually no I haven't. So if we go over to members, I will show you all the characters that are available. So this is it, not a huge roster. In the future, when new characters come into the game, it's not going to be like huge amount of characters, and in fact, unless they decide to speed up when characters drop, we are not going to be seeing a new character until like 2 months time or like 1 month's time. I don't know, but if they do decide to speed up the rotation for banners and all that stuff, we might see a new character next month and then another month after that or something like that. But usually if you take a look at the CN server or the Japanese server, every character that drops comes about like every 3 months, which can be seen as a negative, but in my eyes I see that as a positive, because technically it means that you will be able to go all the way to pity with every single banner, assuming you are able to farm every like 3 months or stuff like that. Now it depends if global changes that. If global decides to give us a character every 2 months, I don't see that as a bad thing as well, because obviously go ahead and save as well as top up a little bit to get enough like some of the materials to go away to pity. A quick guide for you guys will be After getting your first S rank character from this, I would definitely tell you not to summon. Do not summon. I repeat, do not summon after you get your first S rank character. Hopefully you don't have to go all the way to like 40 summons to get your first S rank, but trust me, do not summon over and over again after you get your first S rank character. Let's say you re-rolled, let's say people who decide to re-roll to get the first S rank character, the first multi, that is fine. You get your ticket, that is one S rank character as well. So your overall, you have like 2 S rank character. Hopefully the character you get is either an attacker, and then the next character should be like a tank, because then you can use your B rank live and then go ahead and clear content in the game. That would be a recommended team to run, but I definitely do not recommend you guys to go ahead and summon, because the next character that will be coming out, trust me, is going to be Alpha. Now I'm not really too sure if Alpha banner is going to come out immediately when the game launches, or it's going to be like a couple of months afterwards. I'm not really too sure, but just say for Alpha is going to be a meta character for a very long time, and because characters don't get released that often, she's going to remain as a very meta character to go through stages to clear, and is a definite recommendation for you guys to go ahead and do. So yeah, that is all the stuff I think you guys should know before playing this game. Which characters to save for Alpha. Do not go ahead and use too much resources after getting your first S rank characters. The same character has different rarity, and every single character in this game are definitely worth building. Find your own playstyle, which one is easier for you. To me, I think Ranger is basically like a dummy easy like meta to run with, or dummy easy character to run with, because you are able to see the animations quicker. You can tell when your enemy is about to attack, so you can dodge out the way and stuff like that, and it's just an easy and simple thing to do. Hopefully you guys like this content. Stay tuned for more content on Punisher Grey Raven. Tell me down in the comment section if you guys are very hyped. I will leave the pre-registration site down in the description as well. Go ahead and pre-register, guys. Let's go ahead and reach higher pre-registration number, and when the game goes live, I will make a beginner's guide as well as re-rolling tips as well. So yeah, it's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.